Hello everybody and welcome to the Reading FC fan club. In this video we're going to be doing the match reaction. Wigan 1, Reading 0. I knew we weren't going to win this game. I thought we could at least get a draw from it, but we ended up losing. I'd say that the players deserve it. They're absolute crap. I think including the manager too. Including the manager. They're all rubbish. I don't even know why ABSELOUTLY actually came on, because, he doesn't do anything. But make sure to like and subscribe and comment your opinion down below. Let me know what you guys think. So the lineup with David Button in goal, with Andy Eardom right back, Tyler Bindon right centre back, Tom Holmes left centre back, and Dorset left back. Those are the defenders. In the defensive midfield position, we've got Michael Craig and Femi Aziz on the right wing, Lewis Wing on the right centre mid, Harvey Nibbs on the left centre mid, Paul McIroo on the left wing, and Sam Smith at striker. On the bench, these are the ones that came on. We've got Charlie Savage, Clinton Mola, and Kelvin A. Bashenham. I don't, we're supposed to win this game. I mean, especially when Wigan are where they are now, off form Wigan. They just lost to Doncaster in the AFL Trophy. They moved their squad about anyways. So they're obviously not used to playing, because they rotate their 11 usually in the league games and the EFL Trophy games. So I don't get how we didn't win this, especially with all the chances we've had. I mean, how did Harvey Nibbs not score that? I mean, they can't even score a goal. It's absolutely embarrassing. It's absolutely shocking. But the top stats, Reading also had 56% possession. Wigan had 44. Expected goals, Wigan had 0.53, and Reading had 1.78. I still don't get how we didn't win. Total shots, Wigan had 8 shots, with Reading had 11 shots. Shots on target, Wigan with 7, Reading with 6. Big chances, Wigan had 1 and Reading had 3. Big chances missed, Reading 3, Wigan 1. Accurate passes, 332 for Wigan and 458 for Reading, because they just passed around the back like a bunch of idiots. Totally not knowing that they're 1-0 down. They're just doing a Gareth Southgate in 2020. Fouls committed, Wigan 10, we've done 17, because Tyler Bindon and Michael Craig deserve to, push in and, just injure someone because they just feel like it. Because, no one's stopping them, are they? Because they're not even getting paid. Corners, Wigan with 1 and Reading with 3. Yeah, so that's that. With the amount of chances we've actually, the amount of chances we've had, we should have won the game. We should have at least drawn the game, but we never did. So the player ratings, David Button with a 5, made a good save down low to his right early on to help Reading avoid a wretched start, and another from an admittedly poor free header in the box in the opening 30. Asgard put some wicked curl on, his name was Asgard, put some wicked curl on his effort for the goal, but didn't quite find the top corner. Button might want that one back. Tricky shot though, it was to save. Scrambled back when Bindon lost the ball in build-up to stop himself getting chipped from at least 35 yards out, just getting his fingertips on the dipping effort. David Button with a 5. I'm going to give him a 5 too. He's kind of, he is crap, but I still think Pereira's better. You can, comment your opinion down below, but I think David Button isn't as good as Pereira's. That's what I think. Andy Eardom with a 6. Helps Reading to break out of defence a few times in the opening stages with his dribbling, something that will become more important if Abbey is on his way. Probably Reading's best defender in possession in the first half, but saw the movement for the opening goal come down his slide. Combined nicely with Nibbs and Aziz at the start of the second period to help earn Reading a few opportunities to cross. Generally helped Reading to press the attack down their side throughout. Andy Eardom with a 6. I'm going to give him a 6.5. I think he played quite well. He definitely helped with the offence. Passing it to, You know, good attackers like Femi Aziz and Lewis Wing. But this is, look, we've got some curse with us. At the start of the game, we're always really scrappy. Like, I don't know if you saw, but last season, when we played against Manchester United in the FA Cup, that's basically what we're like. We're like really defensive. We're defending for our lives at the start of the games. Like, Wigan's a good example. I mean, Cheltenham's also a really good example. How we can see that goal right at the start. But apart from that, that's that. Andy Don was 6.5 for him. Tyler Binden with a 4. Had a mixed game, getting some good passes off, but also making defensive errors allowed his attacker to drift away from him when a dangerous cross came into the box, allowing Wigan a free header in the box that Binden was lucky not to be punished for. Jeez, I couldn't breathe there. Made a very errant pass through the middle of Reading's half in build-up to concede a chance to Button, had to clean up shortly before the 70th minute. Overall, Reading will need more from Binden if Abby is gone. Yeah, see, this is what we're going to need. We should be getting a defender. We need 1 or 2 defenders. I mean, we've got Tyler Binden. I don't know where the hell Dean's gone. I don't know where Hutchinson's gone. Them two have just disappeared. I don't know. They're probably in a holiday in Spain. But apart from that, Tyler Binden with a 4. I'm going to give him a 4 too. He didn't defend quite well like he did last game against. Who was it against? I can't remember now, but I think it was against Exeter. He played absolutely brilliant. He with a brilliant slide tackles to, you know, on one-on-one situations, he slide tackled, got the ball out, really good. But today, he didn't play quite well. Tom Holmes with a 6. Reading's superior centre-back in the air throughout the game and helped the Royals to stay in the game throughout by suffocating most of what Wigan wanted to do. Played some nice passes deep into the Wigan final third a few times in Reading's better periods of possession today. Tom Holmes with a 6. I'm going to give him a 6. Not much to say about that. He played his game and that's that. Gerald Dorset with a 5. Didn't see much of the play down his side in the first half, especially after Wigan's Godo had to be withdrawn with injury. Struggled to find a key pass through the lines when he got on the ball in Wigan's half, as many others did. Did get involved in Reading's bright start to the second half at times, but was withdrawn for Mola shortly after. Didn't affect the game much today. Gerald Dorset with a 5. I didn't really see him much. I'm just going to give him a 6. Why not? Michael Craig with a 5. Kept the ball moving nicely and passed accurately throughout without much ambition to get the ball forwards quickly. Had some shaky moments on defence, conceding a chance in the box early on by slicing his clearance and ending the day with a 50% record in duels. Withdrawn for Savage just before the hour mark. Michael Craig, when Wigan scored that goal, straight away Michael Craig, so when they're on the break, Michael Craig just broke apart. He fell apart, really. I mean, he just stuck his leg out and he just let him walk past. And he didn't even go back to stop it. He just stayed there, just walking back. So he obviously wanted to concede a goal. But yeah, Michael Craig with a 5. I'm going to give him a 5. Lewis Wing with a 5. A very alert and involved member of the press in the opening stages, often starting off controlled team movements out of possession, drifted between the central midfield and right back spots throughout the half in possession, couldn't do enough to disrupt Wigan's movement around the box for their goal and struggled with his set-piece delivery today at times. In fact, struggled a bit throughout with his longer passing as Wigan sat back and tried to lock down the win in the second half. Put a long shot that looked covered wide just before the last 10 minutes. Lewis Wing with a 5. I'm going to give him a 5.5. I think his pressing was quite alright. Defending was a bit shaky, but his offence, he tried hard. He just couldn't find a bit of success. Couldn't get a bit of luck. Quite quiet in the first half, seemingly not quite... Harvey Nibbs with a 5, sorry. quite in the first half, seemingly not quite on the same wavelength as his teammates. Did well to make contact with a long wing delivery that was deflected deep into the box right at the end of the first half, but couldn't get enough power onto the first time shot. Opened the second half well by making a good run down the right side, retrieving the ball from the Wigan defender and putting in a good cross. Almost benefited a minute later in a Golmouth scramble. Harvey Nibbs to the 5, I'm going to give him a 5. Or actually, no. I'm going to give him a 6, because Harvey Nibbs, he done it well to grab the ball back after losing it in Wigan's half. I think he crossed it, and then the keeper saved it, made a bit of a mistake, and then we just couldn't get a foot to it like we always can't. Femi Aziz with a 5, had a mixed first half, gave possession away with errant passes and lose touches a few times, but clearly scared Wigan's defence enough to warrant a lot of defence attention. Combined nicely with Yeardom at the start of the second half to get a few crosses into the box. A few of those throughout the half had to be well defended to prevent them finding a Reading player. In general, he was better in the second half, but this was reminiscent of early season Aziz, with a lot of dangerous deliveries into the contested spaces that couldn't find their man. Femi Aziz with a 5, I'm going to give him a 5. Paul McIroh with a 5, very bright in the early stages, winning a free kick in a dangerous area with his running and assisting the press. Dwelled on the ball too long at times, something we've seen from McIroh before. Lost the ball at one point, but then showed good recovery to retrieve the ball shortly after. Made a lovely play just before the hour to turn two defenders and thread the ball to Aziz. Is generally looking more of a team player than he did originally, but was still a little inconsistent today. Withdrawn for ABSELOUTLY in the closing stages. Sam Smith with a 4, didn't see much of the ball in the first half despite Reading having some long spells of possession, struggled to get into spaces for delivery in the first half and caught some flack from Wing and Yeardom for it. Forced a decent save out of Tickle with a bouncing header across goal with his first real chance to get the ball in the net. Couldn't do enough to harass his defenders today in closing stages though, and just didn't get free enough in the final third or the box. In fact, he took just one of his fewer than 20 touches in the Wigan box today. That was partly the fault of the passers, but Smith needed to do more today. Sam Smith with 4, I'm going to give him a 4. Subs. Clinton Mola with a 5, asked to play left back today rather than on the right hand side, from which he's played better in recent appearances. Had a chance to cross but couldn't pick out a player in the box, didn't see much of the ball on his side after that. Clinton Mola with a 5, didn't really see much, I'm going to give him a 5. I'd say that he did play alright. I mean, he done a good cross to Andy Yeardom from the right back position, from the left back, so quite a good ball. To make Yeardom obviously offend and attack, but that was really not much from him. Charlie Savage with a 5, helped Reading to play the ball forward and compress Wigan into their own half once Reading were able to get on the ball more after his arrival, put in some reasonable set pieces but didn't affect the game too much. Charlie Savage with a 5, I'm going to give him a 6. He defended quite well, he offended quite well, but I think he didn't offend enough. Kelvin ABSELOUTLY with a 6. Came on for McIroh while Smith was still on field and started most attacks in much wider position than we've come to expect. Did a decent job from that position, finding Nib shortly after he came on with a clever cutback. Forced a fantastic save out of the keeper late in the game with a powerful shot that he created space for in the box. Reading's brightest spark off the bench. Kelvin ABSELOUTLY with a 6. I'm just going to give him a 5.5. He didn't score, did he? He didn't score. We currently sit still 21st with 4 points from 20th out of the relegation zone, but we do have a game in hand from Exeter, so if we win that next game we'll only have 1 point away, but we need to be careful of Cheltenham as they've got a game in hand from us, so if they do win that game we will be 22nd. But when you look at it, Wigan was 17th last time, I think. No, they weren't. They were 20th. Yeah, they were 20th. But when you look at it, they just won the game and they're 13th. But look, 30 points from... So got 1 point from 6 positions. So if we win our couple of games, we'll get out of the position. So we just need to make sure we don't lose our next games, which we probably will. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe and comment your opinion down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.